and Meadville and Franklin.
And everything else in the 814.
Yeah, we're Spotlight 814. I'm your host, Ryan Dolly, and I am in the studio with the one and only Brenna Thumler.
Hello.
Hey, Brenna. Hey,
Hello.
Is it going to be another one of those weeks? We have a very special guest in the studio this week. She came all the way from Franklin, made the hour and 10-minute drive. Kristy Moore. She's the general manager at the Barrow-Civic Theatre. So, Kristy, thanks for making the drive.
Hey, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So we've been wanting to do something with Barrow for a while, and we finally got you.
Yeah.
I know it's a drive.
It is, but it's a drive worth it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
For sure.
We know some people that have done shows from Erie that have made the drive out to do shows out in Franklin.
Maeve was just in Cabaret.
Maeve was just in Cabaret, yeah. And we know Sean Clerk and
love Sean.
Yep.
Everybody loves Sean.
Who I just saw in the show last night.
Yes,
I was going to say and he's also directing right now Good King Wenceslas.
Yeah.
Is that what you saw?
Yeah,
awesome.
It was also in it.
Okay, yeah, he was. Yep.
Okay.
And director. He's jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He was a donkey. He had a massive donkey head on.
That's about right.
That fits.
Yeah. Sean was my teacher, my professor at Gannon. So we go way back.
Yeah, everybody knows Sean. Everybody loves Sean.
Yeah. Yep. So we love what you guys are doing out there. The space is beautiful.
It is. We are definitely very unexpected. You don't expect a space like that to be in such a small little Hallmark town, but it's absolutely gorgeous space.
You're right. It is a little Hallmark town.
It is.
It's such a cool little town.
It's such a cool place.
Yeah.
I love Franklin.
Love it. Yeah. Our Franklin Fine Arts in the city of Franklin, they really do everything they can to make it just a magical little place. I mean, especially at Christmas. Like you go down through there at Christmas and all the lights and all the everything. It truly is like you're walking in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't part of The Happiest Season filmed in Franklin, or was that not Franklin?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it might have been somewhere between there and Pittsburgh, but yeah, there's a holiday movie with Kristen Stewart that was filmed in some town around there, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was Franklin, but it might be.
Yeah.
It very well could have been.
Yeah. And it definitely has the Hallmark feel.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your season coming up, because it's a big one. You guys, it's a doozy of a season.
It is. This is the biggest season we've had since COVID. We kind of came back small a little bit in 21, and then 22 we built a little bit more, and now 24 we are out there.
You guys are starting off with one of my favorite plays.
The Play That Goes Wrong. Yes, they are actually already in rehearsals for that. We did auditions for that before Christmas. So they have been already rehearsing and getting ready. Tammy Schilling, who is actually from Meadville.
Okay. She was my English teacher.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. She is directing that along with, she has an assistant director, Aaron Ritzig.
Okay.
So this is his first main stage show that he's working with her on. He's been a long time, actor, but he's dipping his toes into directing. So it's really, the cast is phenomenal. It is going to be the funniest show I think I've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
So,
I want to see it even more.
Yeah, we're definitely going to make it out to that.
So exciting.
And you guys run from February 23rd to March 3rd.
Yeah, the 2 weekends. Most of our shows run for 2 weekends. We do the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday matinee.
Okay.
So there are a few, even this season, that are a little different. But for the most part, that's what we run.
Yeah. Now, we know, like, last year, some of your shows were only one weekend.
That is true. And we do have one of those this year, too.
And where's that one?
Dracula.
Oh, okay.
So, Dracula is our fall play. And, I mean, we can skip to this one because I am so excited about this one. Nicholas Hess is directing this, and he has all kinds of ideas already. We're actually opening on Halloween.
Nice.
And it's going to be a 9:00 show that opens on Halloween. And before that, we are transforming the lobby and putting on like a black tie dinner to go along with it. So, Nick owns a little shop in town called the Printers Cabinets and Curiosities.
That's the one.
Yes.
All my friends say I have to go there.
Oh, you have to go there. That is one of those things when you're in Franklin, you have to go there.
Like floor to ceiling.
Floor to
things.
ceiling stuff, human skulls,
Yeah.
bones, rings, anything you can imagine, he has it. And it's amazing to walk in there.
That's awesome.
But so he has everything planned for the lobby, and we're going to just transform it into Dracula. So, yeah.
Can't wait.
It'll be so much fun. So yeah, that one is one that is going to run just one weekend, but it'll open on Thursday. We'll do a Friday show, 2 shows on Saturday, and then a show on Sunday.
So
yeah.
that's good. Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be plenty of times to see it, just
Yeah.
only in one weekend. Well, because we figured, after Halloween, nobody thinks about Dracula anymore. Everybody moves right on to
Yeah,
Christmas. So
I'm still thinking about Halloween right now.
Well, okay.
Every day is Halloween.
Every day is Halloween. Okay. I'm
But I
glad
am
somebody
one of you.
feels my thing. But yeah, in Franklin, definitely, as soon as Halloween is over, it's nothing but Christmas. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, that one is our fall one, and it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. And then the second show of the season is the one I'm so excited about. You might twist my arm a little bit, and I might like to drive out
I don't
there
think
to
I have to
audition.
twist it too much.
Maybe. I don't know. Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
And that's going April 26th to May 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I love that show so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Well, it's going to be another fantastic one. Judy Millar is actually directing that one. She is fantastic, and she has taken a year off from directing. We didn't have her at all last year, so we are so excited to have her back and directing. She has done everything from Nonsense, Wizard of Oz. I mean, she's just fantastic. So yeah.
And it's a drive, but
It is.
It's in April.
Which you don't have to worry about snow. You don't have to worry about, I hope you don't have to worry about snow.
Well, there's always that possibility.
It is
yeah.
Pennsylvania, so you never know.
It's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But my God, I love that show.
Yep. And Pete Green is actually music directing that show. He is another just fantastic music director. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Do you, at the Barrow, do you pretty much have the same rotating list of directors?
We
and music
don't
directors?
actually. It's kind of cool. We have our staples that do things, once a year, but we really try to pick shows based on director interest.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes if we have a director that's like, hey, I really want to do this show, we'll definitely try to get it in. We have been expanding our directors. We have some directors that are just starting out. We have some directors that are coming in from different places, from high schools and things like that. Like I said, we have our staples, but we are also all the time getting new directors, especially music directors too. In fact, this year we have at least one new music director, and I think just one new music director, but everybody else has been in. But yeah, we really do expand a lot on that.
Oh, cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Superstar, and then in
What
June,
I'm most excited
in the summer, June 21st to the 30th, SpongeBob.
No, see, you're most
the
excited. That
musical.
is my least.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it though.
I love SpongeBob musical.
I will be completely honest. I have not seen it.
Okay.
So
You have to see the musical. Like
Right.
it just exceeded my expectations. Like I did not expect anything
It is
going
so
into
much
it.
fun. It's so
is it?
energetic.
Yeah.
The songs are great. The dances are incredible.
If you have, I think it's on Paramount. I
Is it?
believe.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
watch
really?
the musical on stage with
We've
Ethan
had a
Slater.
couple of high schools that have done it recently, so it was on the short list for a couple of years.
Mhm.
Everybody kept wanting to do it, and finally we were able to pull it off this year. So
It's such a fun show.
yeah, and Janine Michael, who just directed our School of Rock this past year, she's going to be the director for that one. Her energy is incredible for stuff like this, so she really will bring it for all the SpongeBob glory that it is, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So
See, that's like if I'm not going to be here this summer, but if I were, that I would make
Yeah.
the drive for that show.
yeah.
Yeah. We saw it at the Erie Playhouse here
Okay.
last summer.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. So much
Well,
fun.
I will take your word for it, and I am excited to see it.
Yeah,
So it'll be a fun one.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Well-
It's a little long for the kids.
Yeah.
I know, like when I was sitting in the audience at the Playhouse, some of the kids were like getting antsy because
Right.
it's pretty long. It's more for the adults
Yeah.
who kind of grew up with SpongeBob,
Right.
but kids still love it. And that's the great
Right.
thing about it.
Yep.
You're just gonna have to have a hard time hanging on to them at the end of the show.
Maybe a 2 intermission thing is what
Yeah.
we need to do for that one.
And then after that in September 27th to October 5th, you have Annie.
Near and dear to my heart. Yes.
Yeah.
This is one of my all-time favorite shows since I was a kid. I've been putting in little like bugs in people's ear, we should really do Annie. We should, since I started, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but we were able to get it for this year and I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep.
So many kids.
Oh, so many kids, and just, it's a classic.
It
I mean,
is.
we always try to bring at least one classic into our season, just because those ones never die. Like
Right.
you just have to keep doing them. So
Yeah, for sure.
and you can keep doing them,
You can,
because
yeah.
everybody loves them.
The songs are so good.
They are.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Brooke Lowry is directing that one. This is her main stage directing debut.
Okay.
She's done some other stuff. She, to my knowledge, I believe the last show that we were doing right before we shut down with COVID, I think it was Anna Gables. Correct me if I might be wrong with that one, but opening night they had to shut down for COVID.
Oh,
So
no.
she never got to do it. So this
That's
is
rough.
back to her. So this is now her directing debut on the main stage. So
Okay. Well,
gonna be
that's
Anne of
fun.
Green Gables, Annie.
yeah,
It's
I
like as
feel
close
like it
as
was
you
Anne
get.
of Green Gables. I might be wrong with that one, but
well, it works.
yeah.
It works for
So,
now.
yeah, it works. Yeah, she's
If you're wrong, she'll correct you.
She'll correct. Oh, yes, she will correct me. But yeah, no, she has an amazing energy too, and she's so great with kids. And it'll turn into, it's going to be a really fun show.
Yeah.
And this is where we have our new music director too, Olivia Kane. Is going to be music directing this one. She was actually just in Cinderella that we did
Okay.
and expressed some interest in music directing. So we got her.
Was that
She
Olivia?
was in Young
In
Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So she's going to be our music director for that one. It'll
Awesome.
be cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Very exciting.
That is great. So that's an awesome season. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So we're going to take a real quick break for our Werner Books coffee break. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about the Red Eye Festival that you guys do.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about a show that Brenna saw
Last night.
at the theater last night
Awesome.
in Franklin. So we will be right back. And we are back from our Werner Books coffee break. Brenna, what are you drinking?
What I always drink, what Ash knows I drink,
And what is that?
Reader's Roast.
Reader's Roast.
Reader's Roast Black.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
What are you
Love it.
drinking?
I'm drinking the Werner Warmer. And I don't know what it is, but it's tasty.
Didn't they say it was butterscotch,
butterscotch
and
and-
vanilla and with a dash of cinnamon?
Maybe?
That
Something
Something
sounds
like
amazing.
That. Something like that. It's tasty.
Is it warm?
It's pretty warm. It's
Is it
warming
warming
my
you?
heart.
Great.
It's warming my
It's
heart
doing what it's supposed to do.
on this Saturday morning where it's supposed to snow. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, thanks to Werner Books for sponsoring that little segment there. Check out the space. It's awesome.
Yeah, they have a theater thing coming up
They do.
soon,
They
which
do.
we'll touch in the What's on before. But
Yes. And maybe we'll go live for that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we are still here with Kristy Moore from the Barrow-Civic Theatre in Franklin, Pennsylvania. There is a lot going on at the
There
Barrow.
is.
more than I even knew.
Yeah. So why don't we go into the Off-Barrow?
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
So Off-Barrow is our little theater black box space that we have, and it's in the theater, and we do all kinds of things in that space. We produce anywhere from 2 to 4 shows a year in that space. We use a lot of it for directors who are thinking they want to direct and kind of a smaller scale. It seats about 60 people. So it's definitely small scale compared to the main stage. But we also do all kinds of things, like we do improv nights and cabaret nights and anything. Like, it's just a great space for small things like that. So we actually have a full season there this year, which we have not done in the past couple of years. So it starts off with our Liberty Cabaret, which opens actually next weekend.
Okay.
So it opens on the 12th. And Liberty Cabaret has been running, I believe this is their 10th year. They did take a year off for COVID and all that. But it's a cabaret show, kind of like an SNL type show where it's music and skits and just a fantastic cast. We have live band and all kinds of stuff. So this is their actual final year for this. They have decided that they're gonna take some time off, and they're calling this their finale. So it's called Liberty Cabaret Unplugged. They're kind of doing an acoustic sets of all kinds of songs. It's going to be fantastic.
That's
so
awesome.
Has it been different every year?
It has been. They've done everything from Liberty Cabaret goes to the movies to Liberty Rocks, which was like a classic rock type one. They did We Love the 90s. That was a fantastic one. I love that. Yep. Oh yeah, we had the whole place decked out in neon, and it was great. So, but yeah, so this is the last year. So they are doing a plan and a big farewell with all kinds of, memorabilia from all the past shows, and we've been doing some Throwback Thursdays online showing some past shows. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so great. And then from there we move on to a totally different animal. We go She Kills Monsters, opens up March 14th through the 17th, and that's another one. Typically our little theater shows we do one weekend too.
Okay.
So there'll be Thursday, Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and then 1 show Sunday.
Yeah.
So that one is actually a new director as well, Ashlyn Kornmesser. She is one of our board members, and this is her directing debut in the Little Theater. So I'm very excited. She has some great ideas to just make the whole space inclusive, and it'll be great.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So,
and what's after that?
After that is not until August. So we are doing God of Carnage.
Love that show.
With Sean Clark, and again, directing. It's going to be another amazing show. I'm sure there's some special effects that I'm not sure how he's going to pull off, but he has the plan. So it'll be interesting to see how that works.
He might not have the plan until like the week before, but he'll have the plan.
You do know Sean and how that works. Yeah. Yep. And the plan, the plan will be there. So he's at least got it in his head right now, at least.
He's considered it. He's considered the plan.
Yes, yes. So we have that one. And actually then our Off-Barrow also houses our Red Eye Theater project, which is something that I don't know that any other theater around does. We do that twice a year. So it's Labor Day weekend and Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
We do it every year. And what it is, it's a 24-hour theater project. And Nicholas Hess, who's doing Dracula, he's the one that heads that up, and this was his idea years ago. I couldn't even tell you how long they've been doing this, to be honest. So he ahead of time gets all the people who are wanting to do this, like the directors and the writers and all that. So he knows who all those people are ahead of time.
Okay.
But what they do is they say, hey, I want to write a show. And then they all gather the night. So it's a Friday night into a Saturday. Mm-hmm. So they gather that Friday night, all the directors and all the writers. They hold auditions. So you have no idea who's auditioning, no idea what they're bringing to the table or anything. They then cast their shows. The writers go home and write the shows all night long.
Based around the cast.
Based around the cast or an idea that they had. You know, they could have had an idea before that. Then they all gather back at 8:00 the next morning. They rehearse all day long. And then that night they put on the shows.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Our good friend Chris Peterson has done it.
Yeah.
And he raves about it. He loved doing it.
And it's different every year. Like there are no two, even, spring to fall, there are no two that are alike. It's usually, I believe it's either sometimes 4 or 5 small shows that they do the entire night. So yeah, and it's all ages. We've had some pretty young kids doing it. We've had some older people. It's something unlike no other.
That's so cool though.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Do you know how you become a writer?
You just literally when we post things and there's an email address that you can get a hold of Nick and you say, hey, I'm interested in being a writer. And that's what you do.
Do it.
You should do it.
Yeah. I know. I really want to.
We could tag team it.
There you go.
One night.
I don't know about that.
Come on.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience. Everybody has a blast doing it, and it's really something.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it sounds like so much fun.
It is. One's coming up, so
I've not pulled an all-nighter since college.
I do
train
it once
for
in a
it.
while. Yeah. We'll have more Married at First Sight marathons.
You can't stop watching.
It's so bad. It's good.
Yep. I get that.
Have you seen Married at
I
First?
have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which season?
I watched season 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
Okay.
any since then, but yeah.
Yeah, we started watching randomly, like, what is it, season 16?
Well, season 14.
14.
Season 14.
Mac.
Okay, see, I thought I
Mock
was
the
going to start
shock.
at the beginning and go to the... I haven't gotten there yet, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's too many episodes.
it is so many.
It's like 39 episodes in a season.
I know, but you get so into it and so addicted to it, you
And-
can't
I know.
stop.
I
They're
know.
120 minutes.
You know? Hence why I haven't
It's
gotten
like-
past season 1.
Every episode is a movie. Like,
Because you watch it and you're like, is this really real? Like, did this really happen?
yeah.
Are these people
Yeah.
actually out there right now in the world?
Mock the Shack.
Well, now I'm going to have to watch that episode.
You got to watch this season 16. Right?
16?
14.
14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
14.
I
It's the newest one on Netflix.
Okay.
There's a guy
Yeah.
named Mark the Shark, and he's from Boston, and I love this guy. I love him.
Every single time he comes on screen, Ryan's like, Mock! Mock!
It's Mock the Shack.
Because he has the accent. Yep.
And the officiant of their wedding also just talked exactly like that.
Oh, that's
It's like,
funny.
do you, Mock, take this woman to be your wife?
So for the entire hour and 20 minutes, I have to sit there listening to Ryan talking in a Boston accent.
It's gonna be like ingrained in my head.
Mhm.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I'm just gonna be talking like that.
I was going to say, you're just going to have a Boston accent from
Yeah.
now on.
Because we have 39 episodes to get through.
Oh, no.
I know.
That's a lot of minutes of talking in a Boston
It's a
accent.
lot of Mock the Shack.
Oh, that's funny.
Whew. So what?
Detour.
Detour. Yeah.
Back to reality.
Back to reality. So that is the Red Eye Festival. We love that. We've both talked about being involved in that at some point this year.
Absolutely should. It's a good time of year, too.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris raves about it.
yeah.
And we love Chris. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. We have different people every year.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
every time we do it, there's, different actors, people, and it's great for people who want to get involved in theater, but they don't have the time to devote to, because you know how it is with a full show,
production,
even
yeah.
our little theater shows. I mean, you're talking, 8 weeks of rehearsal, and sometimes
Yeah.
people don't have that time to commit to that. So this Red Eye is great. We have a lot of people that come in there like, I just like to act, I like to be on stage, but I can't devote my time. I don't have enough time to devote to a full show. So
Mhm.
it's really a cool thing.
And only having a day for both writers and performers is
Mhm.
really pushing you outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely. Yep.
for sure.
Do you know, is there a suggested time limit for the shows that are written?
That would be a question for Nick.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. I mean, because they're shorts.
Right.
I mean, so I'm sure there is. I can't speak to exactly what it is,
Mhm.
but
yeah,
Well,
I'm sure
Brenna will write
guidelines.
like a full-blown 2-act musical overnight. Like, she'll do it.
well, I mean, if you're looking for that, we can always make room for in the little theater for shows that somebody writes for sure.
Wait, really? Well, no, because I know Good King Wenceslas is
Yeah,
local.
Exactly.
Playwright.
It's literally a world premiere that we're doing
Yeah.
this weekend
Mhm.
with
So let's talk about that.
Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah.
Look at that segue.
Look at
Oh,
that.
Segway. The guy who invented the Segway died in a Segway accident.
Every single time we talk about segues, you find a way to mention that.
It's a Segway.
Can I tell my story about how I
Yes.
came to know about this
Yes.
and go? So, I saw Barrow-Civic posting about Good King
Mhm.
Wenceslas on Facebook, and I saw it was directed by or composed and written by John Krumig.
Mhm.
And I'm like, that last name sounds very familiar. I went to school overseas with a girl with the last name, and her family is from this general area.
Okay.
So I text her. I'm like, is this your dad? She's like, it is my dad.
Oh wow.
And so I'm like, well, I have to go now. I have to go see. And then it turned out she was flying in from London
Mhm.
this weekend to see her dad's show.
Yeah.
So I got to see my friend, got to go see Good King Wenceslas, learn about the story
Yeah.
of Wenceslas, which I didn't know until last night.
Not many people do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that came up end of last year. Well, in the fall of last year, and John Krumig obviously has a family here, and his sister was actually my first grade music teacher, and that's Beth Ortiz. She is the one that is the producer of all of this, and so I've been working alongside of her to all the behind the scenes stuff, so that's been pretty fun. But yeah, no, it's really cool to have a world premiere at our theater. Just
cool.
I mean, he's not only is he the playwright, but he's also the composer of a couple of the songs. We have the Venango chorus involved in it, and they're singing in it. Tons of kids from all the different schools. Like, it's a really cool collaboration that came together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see it. I haven't actually seen it yet. I'll see it tomorrow. So I'm very excited.
It's very Christmas pageant style. Like, they have like, it opens with the chorus, and then they're kind of like telling this story, and then they split to the actual story. It feels very much like a Christmas pageant.
That's what the vibe I got when I was watching some of the rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
So
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And is there anything else going on at the Little Theater, or?
No, that's it for Little Theater for this year. But yeah, it's going to be a busy one.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. If I can't be involved in the shows, I can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll be fun.
Yes. And if anybody's interested from the Erie area in being involved, or from Meadville, who can they reach out to?
They can reach out to me. I'm kind of there all the time. So yeah, and always can reach us by our Facebook or email, anything. Just even call in the theater, and we can definitely get anybody hooked up with whatever they like to do. And if it's not acting and it's tech related or set design, set painting, we do all of our own stuff. So we're always looking for new people who want to get involved in any costuming, that type of thing. Always looking for new people. So
yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Awesome.
We do have also a very popular youth theater program.
Yes.
So that is actually our youth theater program is in its 24th year this year. They started out they do main stage shows, all kid related. Kids are the actors, kids are the tech, kids do the set painting, they do the design, they do everything. It's been different things throughout its 24 years, but mainly they do one show in the winter, spring vicinity. And then they also hold what's called theater camp in July. And that is a week-long camp. The kids are there all day. They put together a full show in 4 days. And then they perform it the last night of camp. So it is always a fantastic turnout. That theater camp literally sells out in 5 minutes.
That's awesome.
It's so awesome. Martha Heiss, who came up with the idea, who has been the youth theater person for that long. Her and her team are just fantastic. People start asking as soon as camp is over, when can we register for the next camp? So this year they are doing theater camp, and then they are doing, which hasn't even been announced yet. So I will go ahead and let you know what it is now. They are doing a show in April called The Best of Broadway. So it's going to be all kid. They're going to do some past shows and maybe even a few shows that we're doing this year. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. More information about that will be coming in the next week, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, check out the Barrow's Facebook page and all that stuff, because they will be announcing all of that. That's one thing I missed out on as a kid, was like the camps.
Yeah.
Because I didn't start doing theater until I was like in high school. And then I didn't really get into it until I was in college.
Yeah.
So I just like missed out on that. And everybody talks about it, and it's like so much fun. And
it wasn't really around a whole lot when I was a kid. Yeah. So, because this youth theater started in 2001. Okay. So, but I've been able to live vicariously through my children and get to watch them do all the things and be involved that way. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely an Academy Kids Theater Camp kid.
Were you?
Growing up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and for taking the drive on a winter day.
It's not a bad one.
It's not a bad one. Not yet. I guess later we're supposed to get some snow.
Yeah, we're going to head out before then.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty drive from Franklin to Meadville.
It is.
Before you get onto the highway.
Right. Yeah, it's not bad. And, got to go shopping when you're up here, because as much as we love our small town, Target isn't a thing down there. So. But yeah, thanks for having me. This was great.
Of course. Yeah. And what's the first show coming up? You guys have
Play That Goes Wrong,
and that is coming up on
February 23rd.
February 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, definitely watch our Facebook page because there is new things happening all the time.
Yes.
So
you guys are awesome on your Facebook and always letting us know what's up.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to support you guys.
Awesome.
We're going to take a really quick break while I set up the Facebook Live. And then we're going to do Facebook Live for our What's On 814. Okay. All right. And we are here and ready for What's On 814. What's on, Brenna?
Yeah, let's get started. All right. So the Academy Theater. Anastasia is currently in rehearsals. That's running February 2nd through the 25th. And MCT, A Doll's House, is January 19th through the 28th. That's Meadville. In Erie, now you can see my face. All in Act is doing Agatha Christie's Murder of Dan Aykroyd.
Not Dan Aykroyd.
Oh my gosh.
You just...
I know. This is the problem. I'm so used to you saying
I say Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd's brother.
Roger Aykroyd. Look at what you've done to me.
That was my fault.
Murder of Roger Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd's brother.
Here we go. February 2nd through 25th. Paka is doing Weird Romance January 26th through February 11th. And Long Day's Journey into Night. That is the play.
That's the one.
March 8th through the 23rd. Playhouse Tootsie, which you're currently in rehearsals for.
Yeah, that's me.
Nice.
That's me.
Is January 26th through February 11th. Right?
Right.
And then they're having auditions for Inherit the Wind on January 15th and 16th at 6:30 in the Playhouse rehearsal space.
Yeah.
Station Dinner Theater. It's The Real McCoy, an all-new Irish comedy. March 9th through the 24th. The Real McCoy.
The real McCoy.
Not the fake one.
The fake McCoy.
Barrow-Civic, as we've been discussing. Good King Wenceslas. This is the weekend to go. So you have to go now.
It's the only weekend.
Go tonight or tomorrow. Good King Wenceslas. Created by local playwright John Krumik.
Yes.
Which, can I just tell you too, with that, all of the proceeds from the show itself and all the donation sponsors that we've gotten, all of that is going to our local homeless shelter, Emmaus Haven.
Okay.
So it's an amazing cause to support, as well as seeing an absolutely amazing show.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
Yeah, so this is your last chance to do that. So do it.
Do it.
Then also, what we also mentioned, The Play That Goes Wrong is the first of the season, and that's February 23rd through March 3rd. And we just learned about the Off-Barrow season, the Black Box Theater. And so She Kills Monsters is going to be there March 14th through the 17th. And finally, at Werner Books. So exciting.
We love you, Werner.
They're doing erotic fiction, a staged reading of that February 8th through the 17th. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. That's what I had written down.
I think that's right.
Is it 2 weekends?
I believe that's right.
I do have that written down. Yeah. And that's kind of like that's through the Gannon Theater.
Yes, Schuster Theater.
That's everything.
Okay. And we also have our Patreon.
It's live.
Just started. It's right there. Look at that. That's Patreon. Don't mind all the tabs I have. I'm OCD. Yeah, we have our Patreon, and we are excited about it. We have 3 different tiers, and any little bit helps. A big shout out to our first patrons. We have Josh Mizakowski and Karis Turks, and you guys are the best. Thank you for your support. And one of Josh's questions for Andrew.
We interviewed Corny Collins. He was going to be coming through when they do Hairspray.
Yeah, he had a question for him, and we threw that out in there. So we have so many great perks and stuff like that. So feel free to check it out. We'll post the link again.
We're going to be recording a special year in review episode.
That's right.
Soon.
That's right.
It'll be on our Patreon. So if you want to have like a whole, let's reminisce about 2023.
Yeah, and that is Patreon only. We love you guys, but we need money.
So we can keep doing this for you guys.
Yes. So that's all I got. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Is there anything else you would like to say, Kristy?
No, it's been great being here. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank
Again,
you.
like you were awesome.
Yeah,
And
I know.
It's been fun.
We can't wait to see what you guys do.
Yeah,
out
I look
there.
forward to seeing you guys down there.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
writing.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Full-blown musical in a night.
Full-blown musical. You're our next world premiere, for sure.
Great.
No pressure.
Thank you for the
no
pressure.
pressure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will be back and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.